And we are live. Spring is the perfect time to refresh and organize your home. But what do highly successful homemakers do when they tackle spring cleaning? On today's episode of Homemaking with Purpose, I've got 10 tips, 10 spring cleaning tips for highly successful homemakers. So let's get into it. Tip number one for highly successful homemakers is to create a plan. You've got to create a plan. Just start by identifying which areas of your home need the most attention and then create a checklist of tasks that you want to complete. This will help you stay organized and you shouldn't miss anything. Tip number two for highly successful homemakers is to declutter. I know. We've been talking about decluttering for the last few weeks, but decluttering is always the first step. Decluttering is always the first step. So you want to start by getting rid of anything that no longer serves you. And you want to also get your children involved and your partners involved so that they also declutter their spaces. They get rid of things that no longer serve them. And then this will just make it easier to clean. And then it frees up space for the things that you may need to bring in. Now, what do you want to do when you get started with that decluttering? Well, you want to have some bags, boxes, and bins for giveaway, throw away, and put away. Black trash bags work best for the throwaway so that your family can't see what's in it and they're not likely to want to take something out. Or if all you've got are white opaque trash bags, then go with that. But try to shut the bag up, keep it closed up tight so they can't see what's in it. Because I've been known to take out a thing or two when my husband has done some decluttering of some things in the garage. And I'm like, why are you throwing that away? So you want things to be out of sight. Once they go in that bag, you don't want your family to see it, so they're not inclined to take it out. And on that same line, which includes finishing the process, is to put the donate items in a box. And immediately once you're done with that day's session of decluttering, put it in the trunk of your car. That way, the next time you leave the house, you can just drop it off at the donation center. And it's not sitting in the garage or in the basement or somewhere close at hand to get reincorporated into other stuff, or for you or a family member to take some things out and say, what am I going to get rid of this? So, yes, put that box in the trunk of your car so that it can immediately go out to the donation center. So that when you do start your next decluttering session, you're going to start with a new box. You don't want to handle the old box with the old stuff in it again. Because, like I said, it makes people tend to want to take things out. So let me ask you this. Who started spring cleaning and either felt completely overwhelmed and then lost motivation and didn't finish? Those of you in the live stream, tell me in the chat. And those of you that are on the replay, tell me in the comment section. While you're typing in your answers, for those of you that are in the chat, I'm going to go on to tip number 3. So, tip number 3 for highly successful homemakers is to choose your cleaning products. Yes, you want to choose your cleaning products. And I say choose your favorite because so many of you have particular ideas about the kinds of products that you want brought into your home. Some of you only want natural products like vinegar and baking soda and lemon juice, and you only want to use those kinds of things. That's okay. Each of those items can clean very effectively. They leave a nice, clean scent. and they do a nice job of cleaning. And it's good for your home, it's good for your family, and they're good for the environment, and they're not harmful to pets. But then there are those who likes to use purchased cleaning products. Now, you can purchase cleaning vinegar. Yes, you can do that. But you can also purchase other products. Right now, I am loving the Mrs. Meyer's rose scent, but I also like the lilac and the lavender for spring. And of course, I always like the basil. I always like the way that smells. And one of the things that I do enjoy doing is layering the scents in the kitchen, in the bathroom, and then even on the floor. So maybe I'll wipe the kitchen down with a lavender scent, and then I'll put some of the lavender cleaner in the mop solution, and then I'll do the floor so that I've got the layers of scent in my home so that my home just smells nice and fresh. All right, so for those of you that just joined us, we are talking about 10 spring cleaning tips for highly successful homemakers. And I had asked the question, who started spring cleaning and either felt completely overwhelmed and then maybe they gave up because it was too much for them. So now let's check out the chat and we'll see who's here and see what people have had to say. So let's get that off the screen. And let's come over here to comments. And we've got several people on. So, hey, Rebecca, how you doing? It's been a minute since I've seen you. I'm so glad you're here. Sue is saying hello. And then there's Michelle saying hello. And then there's Wise Woman Lola. And Hillary, how are you? I see Jackie O is back. Joe, I'm glad you're here. Deb, Nitty T, and Magenta is saying hello. April J says, hey, Miss Denise. Hello, April Joy. I appreciate you being here. And so Hillary says for her, because she has health problems, she can get overwhelmed easily. So that does happen. Hi, Ronnie Weaver. I'm so glad to see you. And then Salav Set. She says she's new. Okay, so Set, let us know what your name is. We like to call each other by name over here. But it is good to have you here today. And right now, the question on the table is whether or not you felt completely overwhelmed by spring cleaning and then just kind of given up. And I'm giving you today 10 tips for the highly successful homemaker, 10 spring cleaning tips for the highly successful homemaker. All right, so we're going to go back and jump back into it. So I mentioned that tip number 3 was to choose your products. And I talked about, oh goodness, that startled me. And I talked about choosing products that you like, things that you want to bring into your home, whether you prefer natural products like vinegar and baking soda, or if you prefer a purchased product. But here's something else to think about. If you've got pets, you'll also want something that is pet friendly. If you've got pets, you're going to want something that is pet friendly. Even more than children, pets get everywhere. They sniff, they snort, and they lick, and they just get into everything. So a concern about pets is that they may ingest something that may prove harmful to them. So household products that we already know are harmful to children and pets include bleach, because bleach can cause skin irritation, respiratory issues, and digestive problems. Ammonia, ammonia-based cleaning products can cause eye, skin, and respiratory irritation in pets, and it can be dangerous if it's mixed with bleach. So you don't want to do that. But also various disinfectants like Lysol and Clorox can be harmful to pets if ingested or inhaled. So you want to make sure you're keeping your children and your pets away from surfaces that have been cleaned with those products until they are completely dry. And then air fresheners, who knew? But air fresheners can be a source of an allergen or an irritant. Some of them contain essential oils that can be harmful to pets if swallowed or inhaled. And there can be others. So you want to make sure you are doing due diligence by reading the product label so that you know what's in it. And actually, being able to read the product labels is one of the reasons why I don't encourage my homemakers to decant their cleaning products. Now, when we're looking at pet safe products, as I mentioned earlier, when we're talking about natural products, there are things like vinegar, and you're going to use equal parts vinegar and equal parts water, and you can put it in a spray bottle or put it in a bowl or bucket and use a cleaning cloth with that. Baking soda, you can make a nice little paste with baking soda and scrub it on something to scrub something out, or you can sprinkle baking soda on your mattress pads, on your upholstery, on your dog beds, something like that, and then vacuum it up to deodorize. That's something that people like to do maybe seasonally. Hydrogen peroxide is a natural disinfectant, and you're going to want to use it in equal parts water, equal parts peroxide. And then lemon juice is a wonderful cleaner, and it leaves such a nice lemony, citrusy flavor in the area. And then Castile soap, that's an old soap that people used to use a lot. I don't hear so much about it as much anymore, but Castile soap is a good cleaner. It's made from vegetable oil, and you would use that with a small amount of water, put it in a spray bottle, and then you've got yourself another natural little cleaner. So, those are some things that a highly successful homemaker can choose to do to create cleaning products that's going to be safe in their home for their pets and their children. So then next I'm going to ask you guys to think about what kind of supplies will you need to get started on this epic spring cleaning project? Well, highly successful homemakers know that they need to have the right stuff. So, again, whatever cleaner of choice that you're going to use, be it an all purpose cleaner, a natural cleaner like vinegar, baking soda, whatever, but some kind of all purpose cleaner. You're going to need a glass cleaner because windows are frequently some of the things that gets cleaned in the spring. Maybe some disinfectant wipes like Arm& Hammer wipe or Lysol wipes or something like that. Or you might choose to use paper towels with a spray bottle and that kind of thing. And if you're following the natural route, as I mentioned earlier, you might be looking into using vinegar, baking soda, lemon juice, or Castile soap as your cleaning product. But you're also going to have on hand a supply of microfiber towels, paper towels, and sponges. And I encourage you to have different color sponges that you use in the kitchen than you use in other areas of your home. Also, you're going to need a cleaning caddy or bucket to corral everything. And then one of the biggies for me is a step stool or a ladder. So you may need these same things as well. A step stool or a ladder so that you can clean high up. Let's say you want to clean on top of the refrigerator, or you've got some soffits you need to clean in your kitchen, or ceiling fans or light fixtures and things like that. You'll want to have a step stool so that you can get to those items, and then maybe some kind of a little like Swiffer kind of thing with an extendable handle that can reach high up. Those things are always nice to have. And then for cleaning floors, you know the usual items: broom, dustpan, vacuum cleaner, and a mop. And there's several different kinds of mops you can use. I've got an old cedar spray mop that I like. I've also got a Swiffer wet jet. I know Michelle at My Everyday Wife Life has some kind of a little old cedar spin mop that she likes. So there's different kinds of products that you can enjoy using. And I'll link some of them in the description box and in my Amazon store so you can check them out. And then for real deep cleaning, highly successful homemakers may rent a carpet cleaner, or they may hire someone just to come in and take care of that particular little task for them. I tend to hire the carpet cleaner because I don't want to be pushing that big old heavy steam cleaner that you can rent at grocery stores and different places like that. And then, of course, for bathrooms and kitchens, you'll need the usual items like toilet bowl cleaners, brushes, grout and tile cleaners, and all the things. And before I forget, Welcome to Homemaking with Purpose, where we bring to you the best ideas, interviews, and information for today's homemaker. I am Denise Jordan, your host, and today's sponsor of today's show is Apron Diva, my online apron boutique. Pretty and practical, we believe that an apron can be a homemaker's best accessory. And right now we are gearing up for Mother's Day. And so we've got some of our best sellers right here so that you can see them front and center. And look what I just added to my Shopify store. I put a little space for a video so that I can engage with people who stop by and talk about different things related to aprons. So this is the very first one that I put on. Let me just share with you this particular little tip. If you've ever been annoyed by having to unwrap the ties of your apron when you've had it in the wash, here's a solution. Put your apron in a mesh bag. Zip it up and then drop the bag in the wash. No worries about detangling ties. So I was really kind of pleased with that particular little clip. And I'm going to be doing more of those just to kind of engage with my community over there. You guys see plenty of me over here. So that's what I'm going to be doing over there. So let me come back over to our comments and we'll just see who's chatting with us there. So let's see. Let me back up just for a second. And we've got Faye with us today. Oh, Slavsat says her name is Samantha. So hello, Samantha. Everybody, Samantha's new to our community. So please welcome Samantha at Slavsat or Slavsat to our community. But I know how to say Samantha, so I know we've got that right. And so Hillary says the brain says go, but the body says no. And so, Hillary, you are absolutely right. When the body says no, you've got to take the time to sit down and give yourself a rest. And that's one of the tips that I've got coming up. So, Joe was saying hello to Samantha. Various people are saying hello. So Marguerite says she got overwhelmed and she hasn't started up again. So Marguerite, let me encourage you to get started with some spring cleaning. But here's the thing. Tip number one was to make a plan. Decide where you would like to start. Look at the number of things in that area that need work on and just start there. Only work for 30 minutes, but certainly no more than an hour and stop. And while you're working in that one area, you're going to have three bins out, one for, three bins or bags or boxes, one for give away, put away, and throw away. And the things that is going to get put away that you're going to be keeping, you're going to put in the put away box. The things that are going to be thrown away are going in the trash bag, which will then go into the trash. And then the things that you're going to be donating are going to go into the giveaway box, and you're going to take that to the trunk of your car. Do that for just 30 minutes to 1 hour. Excuse me. And then stop. And then the next day, you can start again. If you need to start again in the same area, it's okay. Work there until you finish that one space. So, Marguerite, let me know if that was helpful, and then let us know how you get started. If you other ladies have some tips for Marguerite, please share. So Lola says that she's with Hillary. She just doesn't have the ability this year. And I tell you what, Lola, I get it. Just like several of you out there, I am a woman of a certain age and I just don't have the energy that I once had. So I do tend to, excuse me, I'm getting a frog in my throat. So, like many successful homemakers, many highly successful homemakers, I tend to deep clean all year round. With my Fly Lady cleaning process and my zone cleaning, I'm doing some deep cleaning every week so that I don't feel overwhelmed in the spring to do a whole big job. But there are some things that we only do in the spring, like the windows and things out on the patio and that kind of thing. So I get it though. Trust me, I get it. So Joe says she understands the brain saying no, or the brain saying go and the body saying no is a regular occurrence because she has some challenges. So she said she understands that. And Hillary says her sister gave her a new spray from the hospital. One spray per room kills everything in it: coronavirus, RSV, influenza, but it's not available to the public. Oh, okay. I like that idea. And it could be good for you since you do have some health challenges to kind of help keep your home just a little bit more bacteria free so that you're protected. Hey, Cinderella Queen, I haven't seen you in a minute. It is good to have you here. So Nitty says she tends to take on a big project in the spring, but she has to be finished by June 30th. It can get a little crazy, but she's usually pleased. So it can get a little cray, but she's pleased with the results. So Nitty, what I want to ask you is what is your plan? If you want to be done by June 30th, you have certain dates and certain things you're working on. Um, what's your process? Tell us in the chat. Inquiring minds want to know. So Lola says that unless people, well, Hillary is talking to Lola and saying that unless people go through it, they don't understand it, and that they actually need an invalid's guide to housekeeping. And yeah, I can see what you mean by that because when you're an invalid or you have some chronic health issues or some acute health care issues, some of the things that work for others just will not work for you. So that's something that I may have to come back to. Hey, Sandra, it is good to have you here. And she says she likes to use vinegar, baking soda, and lemon. She doesn't buy cleaning products anymore. So I understand that. And I've been using more vinegar and baking soda to clean things with. I will use lemon quite a bit for the microwave, but I tend to use vinegar or baking soda for other things. And then, of course, you guys know I love Mrs. Myers. So, hello, Erica. Let's see. Some people are talking to each other. So Leanne, hey Leanne, how are you? She says she likes to use Castile soap. She needs to go through and get rid of some of her toxic chemicals, and she loves using mesh bags in the washer. Yes, love mesh bags are just so beneficial. Hey Jerry Barber, how's my little sister doing today? It is nice to see you. So Ronnie likes making a paste using baking soda and lemon juice to work on the refrigerator door seal. That, Ronnie, is a great idea. I'm going to write that down. Baking soda and lemon juice paste to clean the refrigerator seal. You know, that's kind of like a little rubbery gasket kind of thing. And sometimes those little gaskets can acquire odors. That's a great way to diffuse that. I like that idea, Ronnie. Okay, let's just see. So, sewing balance. Sewing balance, tell us your name. We like to call each other by names over here. And I am so glad that my videos have proved to be helpful in helping you to clean and declutter. I appreciate that. Uh, Ronnie says she has old shower doors, the frosted ones. So do I. So she mixes Dawn soap and vinegar into a spray bottle and sprays the doors and let it sit for a while. Yeah, I need to do that in the ensuite bathroom because, yeah, those shower doors can get kind of grody. And then Sewing Balance is doing one room at a time. Declutter, deep clean, and remodel all natural products. I like that idea. I like it. Okay, Sewing Balance is Wanda. Sewing Balance is Wanda, and Slavasat is Samantha. It's okay. Here we go. So Lola says she's doing Fly Lady, but some weeks she can barely get the weekly cleaning done. Arthritis is a pain. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Here's the thing with having routines and doing the Fly Lady routines or whatever routine you have. When you can't do, don't. Sit back, relax, take your pain medications, just take care of you. And then when you're able, you just step back into your routine. You just step right back into wherever you are. If you're on the Fly Lady cleaning system and it's on Tuesday when you're stepping back into your routine, Tuesday is free day. So then all you're going to do is your daily switch and swipe, make your bed, clean your kitchen, daily maintenance stuff, but nothing else. And even though you didn't get anything done the day before, hey, it's free day. You're going to step back into the routine right where you are. You're not trying to catch up or worry about any of that. Hey, I've got Michelle from my Everyday Wife Life here. Hello, Michelle, and I'm glad you're here because there's something coming up that I'm going to ask, and you know the answer to that. And then here's my name twin, Dee, from Dee Lovely Life. I'm so glad you jumped in with us today. Dee, it would have been great to have you on as co-host today, but I did not want to bother you because I know that you are a busy lady. Okay. So one of the things that we were talking about well, for those of you that are just joining us, we are talking about 10 spring cleaning tips for highly successful homemakers. And I had just finished talking about some of the different cleaning products that you can use to clean your house. And that some people like natural products and some people like purchased products. Some people like a combination of the two. And one of the things that I mentioned was that if you've got pets, sometimes the cleaning products may not be good for your pets. So, my question for you is this. For those of you who have pets, what do you do to keep your pets safe when cleaning? If you're on the live, tell me in the chat. And if you're on the replay, tell me in the comments section. And Michelle, I know you've got some kitty cats and that you do there's specific things you've talked about once before that you don't like to use because it's toxic or harmful to your cats. So if you could share that in the chat, that would be great. And we'll go from there. All right. So now I think we're ready to go to tip number 4. And I'll give Michelle time to type that in for like what she tries to do for her cats and then to keep them safe. And then I'll come back. So tip number 4, spring cleaning tips for highly successful homemakers, is to clean from top to bottom and cleanest to dirtiest. Now, what do I mean by that? When I say clean from top to bottom and cleanest to dirtiest. Well, first of all, if you're in a room, if you've got light fixtures or ceiling fans and things like that, you want to clean those things first so that you don't clean your tabletops and then mop your floor or whatever. And then you clean those high ceiling fans or light fixtures, and then you got dust bunnies dropping down from those things on your freshly cleaned surfaces. So what you're going to do is start at the top of the room and you're going to clean those areas first, and then you're going to work your way down. This will prevent the dust and debris from falling on surfaces you've already cleaned. Also, you want to move from cleanest to dirtiest. That way, areas that are lightly soiled won't be overly compromised from your more heavily soiled areas. For example, when I'm cleaning in my bathroom, when I'm doing my daily swish and swipe, or even if I'm deep cleaning in the bathroom, I start with the bathroom mirror. That's the cleanest area in the bathroom. Then I go down to the bathroom sink. And then I move from there over to the bathtub. And then from the bathtub to the toilet bowl. And then down to the floor. So top to bottom, cleanest to dirtiest. Okay. Let's go back over to comments real quick and let me get that off the screen. Hang on a second. And we'll see if Michelle's had time to put an answer in. Okay, let me find her. So let's see. I know Michelle is very cautious about her kitty cats. Oh, Dee's garage sale is on Saturday. So her decluttering has been massive. And you should have lots of stuff to sell. And you know, Dee, if things don't sell, like when it's getting close to the end, then just mark it down so people take it away because you don't want to have to put it back in your house. Or whatever doesn't sell, load it into the car and let hubby take it to the donation center. Uh, So Dee says when she's working on stuff, she would move the cat out of the room she's working on, and she doesn't use heavy chemicals on the floor. And then Michelle says there are certain essential oils that are harmful to pets, so just be careful. And that's how I learned about that, Michelle, because I know you like to use essential oils, and you mentioned that essential oils are harmful to pets. So you have to be cautious about using those. Joe says she stopped using essential oils because she didn't want to risk harming her roommate's cat. So Nitty says when she's working on a plan, she'll sketch out the room with nothing in it on paper, and then she adds the items she wants in the space, and she removes the items that she doesn't want in the new space, and then all tasks are written on her weekly project calendar. Boom! I like that idea. I like that idea. Writing things on a weekly project calendar. Now let's just peek at that again. So she's has a sketch pad with paper with nothing on it, and she'll add the items that she wants in the space, remove the items that she wants out of the space, and then put that on her weekly project calendar. I like it. Okay. So now we're ready for tip number 5. And tip number 5, spring cleaning tip number 5 for highly successful homemakers is to don't forget about the small details. There are just so many details when it comes to making and keeping a home and homekeeping and housekeeping that it's easy to forget some things. So when you're doing your spring cleaning, and remember, this is the time of the year that you typically are going to focus on things that you may not have been working on throughout the season. You don't want to forget the small details like baseboards, light fixtures, and window seals. Now, when I'm doing my Fly Lady cleaning process, when I'm doing my deep cleaning in the kitchen, and I'm putting my task on my planner, I will choose baseboards as one of the items. Maybe I'll do the baseboards in the kitchen as one of my 15-minute tasks, or maybe two of my 15-minute tasks, depending upon how long I think it's going to do. But other areas that I don't typically think about could include the light fixtures as well as window sills. And I've got some projects that I probably need to work on the window sills. We've got an old house and it's been here, like I said, we've got an old house and it has been lived in. So there are some things we need to do a little bit of tweaking or sprucing up. Particularly when you think about window sills and some other small areas, they collect dust and dirt over time, and it can just make your home look dingy. And I was just doing dishes the other day, and I was thinking, boy, those window sills just look a little dingy. So I'm thinking they could use a little refreshing. So you'll be amazed at the difference a small coat of paint can make. Tip number 6 for highly successful homemakers, spring cleaning. Tip number 6 for highly successful homemakers is to wash the windows and screens. Now, we don't wash the windows and screens until spring, and my husband will usually do that. There's some kind of rigmarole you have to do where you push a button and they flip this way and flip that way and all that kind of thing. So we don't do that until spring, but it's really nice to be able to get in and get that done in the spring. And once you get that done, the glass is a lot clearer because it can get grimy over the winter. When you think about all the snow and rain that can accumulate on the windows, it can just get dusty and grimy. And so now you get them washed. They're nice and clear. You want them to be streak free, let in the sunlight. So you might need to get a squeegee And my husband likes squeegees. I prefer microfiber cloths, but he likes to use squeegees. But they do help to clean the windows and reduce streaking. And then, of course, the window cleaning solution of your choice, be it a natural product or something that you purchase. And spring cleaning tip number 7 for highly successful homemakers is to deep clean your carpets and upholstery. After the closeness of the winter, tracking dirt and snow and salt and yada, yada, yada in and out of the house, getting those carpets cleaned in the spring is just so nice, makes the home just smell so fresh. And you can do that one or two ways. You can purchase, or well, not purchase, and you can do that one of two ways. You can rent a steam cleaner from your local grocery store or appliance place, or you can just hire someone to come in and clean your carpet. But it's just nice to get that done. You can also use baking soda, sprinkle a little bit on to help to deodorize your upholstery, and then use your vacuum cleaner to vacuum it up. So that's a nice way to kind of help deodorize and add some freshness to your bedding, as well as to your sofa. If you have leather furniture like we have in our family room, that's a good time. Spring is a good time to get a good leather cleaner and to get a good wipe down, give it a good polish, get the cushions flipped over, clean both sides, vacuum it inside and out, and get it ready for the next season. So that is tip number 7. So let's just go back to the chat and we'll just see what people are having to say. Oh, wait, let me get that off. Sorry. Now let's see what people have to say. So Hillary says, unless the vacuums start, her kitties just lay there watching her work. Yeah, cats will watch you work. They're like, what are you doing? So Dee says she wipes down the doors as an extra. Yeah, those things have to happen. And Nitty says she likes to write everything down to stay on schedule. She even has a schedule down. Um, she even schedules in several down days because life happens. So yeah, that's the thing you'll want to do. So you'll have your plan and then you schedule in an extra week or two for just in case, because something always comes up. And Joe says she likes Dawn dish soap to clean the windows. Yeah, Dawn is such a good cleaner, not just for dishes, but for so many other things. And then she vacuums the furniture when doing her other vacuuming if she's feeling up to it. Okay, I like it. I like it. All right. So now let's take a look at tip number 8. So, spring cleaning tip number 8 for highly successful homemakers is to clean your closet. Yes, ladies and gents, spring is a great time to clean your closet. You can really get to things that no longer serve you or serve your family. Get those winter things out, get things in a donation box, and then be ready to have space for the new things that you might need to bring in for spring and summer. So, yes, declutter your closets is a good time to do that in the spring and get your family involved in doing that. And keep in mind that you only declutter your own stuff, meaning you don't declutter your partner's stuff. You do need to help your children with their things, but your partner, they're an adult. They can manage their own things. Tip number 7. So, spring cleaning tip number 7 for highly successful homemakers is to refresh your bedding. I just love doing that. I tell you what, one of the things that I did last spring was I bought a new spread specifically for spring and summer. It's very light. It's like a white with a bunch of tulips and other flowers on it. It is just so pretty. And it really brightens the room. Excuse me. And it really brightens the room from the, I don't want to say darkness, but from the colors that I use over the winter. I do tend to use more muted colors, a little bit darker colors for winter. So when spring is here and flowers are popping out, I want to have some of that brightness in the bedroom. So that's a good time to switch out your pillows on your bed, to change your spread, your duvet covers. But it's also a good time to wash those things. Wash your pillows, wash your mattress pads and your bedding and all of that. In case you're going to put something away until the winter season, spring is a good time to get it washed up, dried, and then get it put away so it's ready when you're ready to pull it back out. And maybe you put some kind of a fresh scent in it so that while it's packed away, it's got a nice little fragrance. And then when you bring it out, it smells good. So there's that to think about. So, yes, it gives your bedroom a nice little freshness and it just makes you feel so much better. Just like the birds and the bees are chirping and singing and that kind of thing. I think people get into a cycle as well. And so those kind of things can help you feel more motivated. So that was tip number 9. We talked about refreshing your bedding. Excuse me, I'm just going to grab a drink of water. All right. So tip number 10, spring cleaning tip number 10 for highly successful homemakers is to get your family involved. First of all, there is no reason for you to do this all by yourself. It's a family thing. So get your family involved. However, make sure the involvement is age appropriate. Maybe you have the kids involved in spring cleaning or doing some deep cleaning in their areas. Excuse me. Maybe you have the kids doing some spring cleaning or deep cleaning in their areas. That's something you might want to consider. Um, the other thing is that kids have a shorter attention span and they've got less ability to focus and to do. So you want to have them working in shorter periods of time. Maybe assign them a specific task. Once they get that task done, give them a nice little treat or reward. But the important thing is to inspect what you expect. Now, Fly Lady Cat's husband, Mr. B, used to always say that. And so she has shared that with all of us. She says, inspect what you expect. So when you give your family members a task, you want to follow up to see if they got it done. You might need to give a little prodding or a little tweaking or give some kind, gentle suggestions. But inspect what you expect and make sure that it is age appropriate. And then getting them involved just sets the example for them that, first of all, it's a family, we work together. And then, secondly, that this is how you maintain a home. And it's something that needs to happen year round. And different seasons might bring different kinds of tasks. So there's that. Excuse me. Let's come on back over here to the chat and we'll see what's going on over here. All right. All right, let's see. Oh, yes, we've got some good ideas over here. So now let me just back up. So Joe says she will vacuum the furniture when doing her other vacuuming if she's up to it. Hillary says she hires a company to clean the furnace and the vents. Yes, we get a guy to come out every year in the spring and they service their air conditioner and they clean the vents and all that kind of thing and to get it ready for the season. But Hillary says they do that as well. And when it's warmer, she'll use an industrial hose attachment to spray down the vents in the air conditioner. Okay. Patience says Dawn detergent is amazing. Yes, at cleaning almost everything. And then Michelle says, don't forget to change your AC filter often, every 3 to 6 months. So yeah, my husband will change the one that goes to the air conditioner. Um, well, no, there's a big, tall furnace kind of thing, and there's a filter that goes in that. And he changes that every 3 to 6 months. I'm not sure what happens to the air conditioner thing outside. I think he hoses it down or something. Not sure. But Dee says she's cleaning her closet right now. So I hear you. I hear you. And then Hillary had a lot of dandelion fluff. She had an air conditioner breakdown because of not doing it. And the guy said to clean it once or twice a year. So Samantha says that she changes. No, wait, no, that's wrong. Sewing Balance is Wanda. Wanda says she changes her bedding every season. And I know some people do that. And like I'll swap out the sheets, sometimes different colors and things like that. I've got 3 spreads though that I use. One is like pink, which is fine for spring or for summer. But the floral one, I just love it so much because it is just so colorful. Hey, Amanda, I'm glad you're here. Every Wednesday at 7:45, I'm here. Last week, I put up a video instead of doing a live, but usually every Wednesday at 7:45, we're here live. So Dee says she's changing her bedding this spring. And then Michelle says she will help hubby declutter. She makes a pile of stuff like his clothes that he might want to declutter. Then he goes through the pile before she donates it. Now, that's a good idea, too. So you obviously know your husband pretty well. So you kind of know what are some of the things that he may or may not want to discard. My husband, well, he's pretty good at taking care of that on his own. And he used to do that every year before school would start. He would go through his closet, clear out things that he no longer wanted to use, and then buy new things for that school year. And he still does that. So just before spring starts, when he's getting geared up for the fishing season, he'll go through and look at all his fishing guide gear, that kind of thing. And the things he wants to donate, we'll put in a bin and get that out of there. So yeah. But Michelle says he would never declutter if she didn't help get him started. Mine will declutter his clothing. Now, there's some other stuff in that room, in that studio, but that's another story. So Nitty said she started using Dawn when she saw volunteers using it to clean the animals after the Exxon oil leak. Yes, that is when people realized how amazing Dawn was, when we saw them using it to clean those ducts for the Exxon oil leak. Michelle, best comment. What did Michelle say? Oh, well, Michelle said that she starts her husband's decluttering and he never gets started. So, but that is a good idea, though, where she said she will kind of go through some things, put some things out that she's thinking maybe he might want to declutter, and then let him go through that pile. That way he gets it started. So, yeah, that's a great idea. That is a great idea. Oh, Christian, hello. It is so good to have you here. I'm glad you are here. And you can catch the replay. This has been a good chat, but you can always get the replay too. Oh, so now Dee says she will ask her husband to pick out 5 pieces to declutter, and then he decluttered 10 times more. That is sneaky, Dee. Sneaky. Boom. I like it. I'm going to have to try that. I like that idea. Very good idea. A little push does help. Hun, could you declutter just maybe 5 things off your desk? And then maybe he'll declutter 10 more. I'm going to try that. Okay. So Kristen says, thanks for the Mrs. Myers rose recommendation. She loves the line and hope they keep it. Oh, that rose just smells so good. My husband can't even smell it, and he can't always smell stuff. But they will swap fragrances in and out for the seasons too. So we'll see. So Erica is letting her 14-year-old son fold the towels. More hands to help. Boom, Erica. I like it. I've been talking to some of my young homemakers this week, and one of the things I've been sharing with them is to get their family engaged and involved in doing various household tasks, one of which is laundry. So, yes, your 14-year-old, not only can he fold the towels, he is old enough to run the washing machine, put them in the dryer, and then fold them and put them away. So, yeah, and that's a simple enough task, and towels are easy to fold that he can do. So, consider adding that other piece as well. Um, oh, the lilac is lovely too, Amanda. I love lilac as well. Let's see. So Leanne likes to clean the sweeper and dehumidifier filters, plus wash curtains. Oh, you know what? I forgot to mention that. I was working on something for my young homemakers, and I mentioned curtains for them, but I didn't put it in this section here for you guys. But you are absolutely right. This is a change. This is a season to change the filters for your humidifiers, your sweepers, as well as washing the curtains when you clean the windows. And probably you should also change your smoke alarm, or at least check the batteries in your smoke detector, that kind of thing. That's a good thing to do too. But yeah, Sue agrees with me that it's a good idea to ask family members to get rid of 5 things at a time. And then once they get rid of those 5, they just might decide to get rid of some more. So, okay, let me go back over here. Excuse me. Oh, let's see. Not on the subject, Denise, but when will the fall apron line be out? I need one with some sparkly bling. The fall aprons won't be out until fall. So usually around August, we'll bring those out. Right now, we still have some for summer, but some of the ones that people like for fall include our sunflower one, the one we call Rissa for Rise and Shine. We've still got that one. I'm trying to think, what are the other? Oh, and then the lemon ones pretty much are year round. But yeah, we'll work on that. Okay, so now I'm going to come back over here, and we're going to come back to, oh, I didn't realize I had left that up there. So then Tip number 10 for highly successful homemakers was to get your family involved. And we talked about ways to do that. Now, I do have a couple of bonus tips for you. And bonus tip number 1 for highly successful homemakers, it is important to take breaks so as not to overwhelm yourself or your family. So we've had several of the ladies talking about how they have some challenges with energy, health, and that kind of thing, and you can be overwhelmed. So please, please, please don't overwhelm yourself. Take breaks. Only work no more than 30 minutes to an hour. If 15 minutes is all you're up to doing, then just work for 15 minutes. Take a break. And then maybe later on, you can come back and work another 15 minutes. But if you've got a chronic health issue, then you definitely should not work more than 30 minutes in one day and come back the next day. There is no race to get this done. It's a marathon. So you can take your time getting it done. So it's important that you take a break so that you're not overwhelmed, irritable, and then snapping at your family, but also your family, particularly your little ones. They can't work as long as you, so they need a shorter time period and they need a break as well. So think about that. And then bonus tip number 2 for highly successful homemakers is don't forget your outdoor spaces. Now, I know Michelle at My Everyday Wife has already been working on her outdoor spaces. I've seen her video where she's working on a refresh for her patio and landscaping and that kind of thing. But for those of you who live in an area that you've not been able to get out there and do that yet, like those of you who are in Michigan and it's still cold, and like we had snow 3 days ago, so don't forget those areas. So your patios, your porches, your decks, but also spring is a time to get that grill out, get it scrubbed up, scrubbed off, and get it ready for grilling season. And then, of course, refresh your plant and shrubbery beds. And then think about, what do you need to do for your house? You might need to do some refreshing with some paint or something like that around your house. So there's that. I feel like I'm missing something. Let's go back over here and we'll see what people are saying. She said she thought I was under the retail schedule like Walmart. Well, Hillary, honey, I don't have Walmart budget. So whereas I don't have fall things, you know what that you say that I was at Hobby Lobby the other day. They had like a big sign up that said pumpkin patch. I'm like, what? Pumpkin patch? We haven't even planted pumpkins yet, let alone a pumpkin patch. I'm hoping those were left from last year because it's definitely too early for that. Definitely way too early for that. But no, my right now I'm looking at spring and summer, and we got Memorial Day coming up, Flag Day, 4th of July, and those kind of things. So I'm just kind of taking things little by little. Plus, we have our Apron Diva anniversary coming up. So Dee says she really wants to do a spring porch decor. I love working on the porch for spring. I just love getting the porch all pretty. It's like I want a Better Homes and Garden porch. That's what I want. And let's see, I missed it. I moved it too quickly. So Wanda says she loves outdoor cleaning. I do too. I just love being outside and being able to do things. Michelle finished the last section of her landscaping today. Now she needs to work on her front porch. And then Dee says the pollen is really bad this season. All you see is a layer of yellow on the windows, patio furniture, and cars. You know, it gets really bad like that in Georgia. You'll see like a layer of like kind of a yellow or kind of a pinkish just pollen just laying everywhere. So Amanda wants to know, do I offer a regular cleaning schedule? Yes, Amanda, I do have a regular cleaning schedule. And what I do is I follow the Fly Lady cleaning process. That is my cleaning schedule. So on Monday, for example, is our weekly home blessing, and where we will do strip the bed, throw the sheets in the wash, mop the floors, sweep the floors, um, switch out the little trash cans, and wipe down the glass, like the mirrors. And if you've got pets and things like that, you'll wipe the little door where their little puppy nose or paws have been up there. Or if your baby's been got putting fingerprints on the windows or on the walls, you just wipe up little things like that. That's what I do on Monday. On Tuesday is my free day. So I just do my daily maintenance, which includes starting a load of laundry every day, my daily swish and swipe, which means I am wiping off the mirror, wiping out the sink, and then swishing the toilet bowl. Just real quick, just to keep the bathroom presentable. I also unload the dishwasher every day. And if I don't do the dishes in the dishwasher, and I just have a few, I might wash them by hand, get them dried and put away. Um, and then I do clutter stops 3 times a day, which for some of you, a clutter stop might be a tidy up. But typically, you are looking around to see, okay, so what's out of place? And I've been doing some working in here on a project. So I've got some stuff over here on the sofa that I was working with. So at the end of the day, I should put those things away because they're out of place. If I'm downstairs in the kitchen or in the family room, I'll just kind of take a look around and see, okay, what's out of place? Well, maybe hubby left the newspaper on the table, or maybe there's something else that he's left out. And then one of the places that I like to sit things is on the railing in my kitchen or on top of the microwave. So I'll look to see, is there anything sitting up there that shouldn't be? And put those things where they go, and then I'm done. And I do that after breakfast, after lunch, and then before bed. Some people call those like a quick tidy up. In the Fly Lady Cat system, she calls them a clutter stop. You're stopping clutter in its tracks. On Wednesday is my plan day. So that's when I plan my meals, um, plan the meals, make my grocery list, order the groceries if I'm going to do that, plan whatever I'm going to do for the next week, um, file papers and things like that. But that's what I do on Wednesday, which is plan day. And then on Thursday is errand day. So I get my hair done every Thursday. As you can see, it's definitely in need of being done. So I have a hair appointment at 10 o'clock on Thursday. Then I go to the post office. If I have to go to the library, I do that. If I have to pick up prescriptions and drop off meds and things like that for a family member, I do that. So after I get my hair done, I run these errands while I'm out, and then I come back home. And then on Friday is car and purse day, where I will clean out my purse. My husband cleans out the car. Saturday is family fun day, so I try to spend more time with family. And then Sunday is renew your spirit, or church, or a temple, or whatever religious thing that you choose to do. That's my pretty much my regular cleaning schedule. As far as zone cleaning, then I do zone work, which gives me deep cleaning each week. Zone one is the front porch, the patio, and the entryway, which includes my dining room and my steps to go up the hall. Zone two is the kitchen. Zone three is the main bath and one other room, which typically will be this office or the guest room. Zone four is the family room and the living room. No, Zone four is the master bedroom, master bath, and master bedroom closet. Zone five is the family room and the living room. So each week I will choose 4 15-minute tasks to work on in those areas. And that's my cleaning schedule. So does that help, Amanda? Or was that more than you wanted? I'm not sure. Sometimes I go overboard. Hey, Barbara, it's good to have you here. Ha! Amanda, this is my bad hair day. I had yoga this morning and I pulled it up to go to yoga. And then since it was pulled up, it just stayed pulled up. Well, it didn't stay that way, but I just kept it pulled up all day since that was how it started out the day. Okay. Yes. And I'm glad that you felt that was helpful. I need to put my cleaning schedule printable in the make it accessible for you guys, but I've not done that. So I'll have to talk to Blue Skies about figuring out a way to do that. And you know what, Amanda? Something else you can do. You can check out Fly Lady Cat on Declutter Your Life with Cat. She does a live stream every Monday where she answers questions about her cleaning method. And then she's got several videos that just kind of really help you get things started. So, yeah. Oh, good. Okay, great, great, great. Okay, okay. A printable is like something that you could print out that would have the information on it. So let me get it. Blue Skies has to get it, make it accessible. I don't know how to upload and do all that stuff. She does all of that. So I have to talk to her about it. Barbara, girl, listen, if I don't buy some groceries, my husband's going to run me out of this house. I need to do a grocery haul. I need to buy some groceries. And I tell you what, the last few days I have just been, well, first of all, I've been using my preps. So I've been like, we were out of milk. So I made some milk with my powdered whole milk. It was delicious. So I should talk about that on the video. And then we were out of eggs. So I made some eggs using my powdered eggs and talked about how that worked and just different things like that. So, but I need some groceries desperately. And so I had to go pick up a prescription for one of my sisters. So I was there at Kroger. I just picked up some eggs and a couple of things. So this morning, my husband opened the refrigerator. He was like, oh, eggs. He made eggs for breakfast. So, Barb, honey, I need to buy some groceries. So, yes, I need to do that. All right. Okay. Well, ladies and gents, I have to tell you guys, this has just been a fun day. This was fun to talk about. These top 10 spring cleaning tips for highly successful homemakers was just fun. I really had a lot of fun working on that. Like I said, it was just fun. And Dee said she likes grocery hauls too. I know. Why do we love grocery hauls so much? But I love them too. I like to see what people buy and I like to know what they're going to make. But so yeah, but yeah. But anyway, I want to thank you guys for joining me for our 10 tips and our 2 bonus tips. If you missed them, please catch the replay so that you can check all those out. But my question for you is this. What's your aha moment? What tips for being a highly successful homemaker? What spring cleaning tip for being a highly successful homemaker stood out to you? Tell me in the chat if you're here live, and tell me in the comment section if you're on the replay. And then I do want to invite you to my last video, which was 7 tips to help you find garage cleaning motivation. I will link it in the description box. And then please, ladies and gents, please check out my YouTube shorts. They are less than 60 seconds, and please watch them to the end. Watching them to the end just really helps with my analytics. So please watch me. And let's see what people are saying. Yeah, okay. So please watch those. And are there any questions? You guys have any questions or comments before we wrap things up? Oh, yes, please, guys, hit the like button. Please like this video. I appreciate that desperately. I need the likes. So please hit the like button. The taco short was good. Christina said she liked the taco short. Those tacos were so good. Those tofu tacos. I try to do a taco Tuesday, every Tuesday, but sometimes I just don't feel like it and we'll have something else. But usually we will have tacos. And when I make them, I will share that. I've been trying to share just different things that I'm doing with the shorts because they're fun to do. But yes, please give me a thumbs up. So Wanda says cleaning from the cleanest to the dirtiest was her aha moment. So I'm glad that was good for her. Aha moments for anybody else? Anybody else? What was your aha moment? Oh, Dee says she likes the apron behind me. Oh, that's our Libby lemon apron. Here, oh, our Libby. You can do it like that, but I tend to like to wrap my ties all the way around if I can. I'm going to do a video where I show how to tie some of these ties. I've got a new little segment on my Shopify site where I can put like little video clips up there to help people with just different things. And I'm going to do one where I show them how to share ties. And it's because of you, Barbara, that I'm going to do that, because it made me realize that sometimes people have a little bit of a struggle. So I'll put those right there on the website. So let me just share with you guys that are new here. I'm going to share the screen. Just as a reminder that we are gearing up for Mother's Day. So we've got aprons for your mom, your grandma, your sister, that kind of thing. But then this also is a new segment on my Apron Diva website where I am. If you've ever been annoyed by having to unwrap the ties of your apron when you've had it in the wash, here's a solution. Put your apron in a mesh bag. Zip it up and then drop the bag in the wash. No worries about detangling ties. If you've ever So that is one of the things that I'm going to be doing on that Shopify site. Just putting little tips to help people with their aprons. Like one of them that I've got is real colorful. And in the washing instructions, it'll say wash separately, or it'll say set the color before wearing. Well, I'm just going to do tiny little tips over there so people know what that kind of stuff means. So I am going to say good night to everybody. Yes, Amanda, I'm at 60,000 subscribers. I was so glad to reach that milestone. I was just so excited. So yes, have a great night, everyone. Thank you. I appreciate it. And, you guys, let me know what you want us to talk about on Homemaking with Purpose coming up, because I'm working on my May calendar. So let me know what you guys want me to talk about. And thank you guys for joining me, and I will see you guys next time. So, for more homemaking inspiration, click here.